Welcome to Perry Wellington Real Estate 4.5.
Welcome to Perry Wellington Real Estate 4.5. Couldn't get that out today. Wow. Okay, so here we are back on Friday, and I'd like to say it's a gorgeous day outside, but it's not, as usual, in central Pennsylvania. So in any case, we've been crazy lately. The market's been hot. It's things have been going crazy out there, and business is good. But when the market heats up, people start thinking, I could do this myself. Right, this whole real estate thing.
Think they can.
Yeah, why do we need an agent?
Yeah,
Right.
the for sale by owner. We like to call them FSBOs, right? That's the affectionate term for the for sale by owner. So let's talk. I got Quenna Smith. Thank you, Quenna, for coming back.
Thanks for asking me back. I was surprised.
Surprised. Oh, come on, you do a good job. And George Pasanik, our regular, he's a regular on the show. He's a celebrity. He goes places and people say, I see you on the show.
That's right, they do. And it's unbelievable how many times people say, I see you on TV. And people listen to you on the radio all the time, too.
There you go. And they give you free stuff, which is awesome. No, they don't do that.
I don't get anything free.
Oh, okay. So there's not that part. All right. So we've got to talk about some of the recent for sale by owner things because we've got some good stories, I think. One of the stories that came up, I had an agent call me here a couple of weeks ago and said that they had a buyer who didn't approach them and get their help whenever the buyer needed to buy a home, but the buyer had actually put the house under contract with somebody, and the seller actually had an attorney write up a sales agreement for them, and unfortunately for them, they wound up missing some dates, and they were out like $7,000–8,000 on a deposit.
That hurts.
That burns.
Yeah, so they can either give up the deposit money or buy the house the way it is. They missed some dates. And this agent called me and said, hey, this guy called me, so what can we do? What can we tell them? And I said, we really can't help them at this point. We're not party to that contract. But I'm sure you told them they should have called you sooner, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's so buyers are oftentimes they think I got to go this alone, and they find out in the end it may not work out so good for them. And so we have a number of stories also we've run into where the seller insists no agent be involved. And so buyers get a little nervous about that and say, and this actually happened to our very own Mystery Shadow Girl, where she was actually told by a buyer, hey, they won't deal with us if there's an agent involved. So again, recommendation for that, we need to get involved as an agent and don't let the seller dictate to you how to behave as a buyer. And then, Quenna, you had a story. On the way in, we were talking. You had actually a good positive story about somebody that you converted from a for sale by owner.
Yeah, they were going to list on their own and at a certain price. And they called me a week later and had me do a CMA. I ended up listing the house for $30,000 more than what they were going to ask for.
Wow.
I ended up getting multiple offers.
Wow.
And got full price. So even with the 4.5% commission, they were able to walk away with just under $25,000.
$25,000. There you have it, folks. That happens every single time, right?
Not every time, no.
No, so I think the moral of the story here is they actually made money by hiring you as an agent, didn't
Yes,
they?
they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they
So
did.
I think there's a real good, that's a good positive story, and I think one that when it comes down to the for sale by owner, it's very important to get your agent involved. We do this every day. It's a lot of fun. We're going to talk about that later. But it's very important if you're out there and you're a for sale by owner that you get an agent involved. We're going to help you sell your home. And if you are a buyer, definitely get us involved as well. So we're going to be back with an Ask the Broker segment next.